Welcome to Canarina. Eddie Whitman alongside Corey Griff. Corey, how you doing today?
It's a good day for basketball. I mean, the MAC tournament's coming up next weekend. This is a big momentum game for Marist. They've been struggling this season a little bit more regular season. Remember last year, they kind of dominated the conference outside of Quinnipiac, so they've had a little bit more of a struggle this year. But this seems like, they're looking good going into the tournament. So this is another, game to possibly get better and get some momentum going in up to Albany.
As you said, MAC tournament next week. I know if they win today, I'm pretty sure they take on Manhattan. If they lose it by Niagara, but besides matchups, what are you seeing in this game? What's the keys to the game for Marist?
I think the key for every Marist game is how do they shoot from the outside. I mean, they have a lot of players on this team that shoot over 30% from three. Rebecca Hand shooting 40% from three this year. She's also 94% from the line. Sarah Barcelo shooting 38%. Henning's daughter 36%. Gilmer's an inside-out option. So Marist has just got to do a good job of balancing it out, but obviously they're going to shoot a lot of threes.
On the other side, we see Jay Moore, 17 points a game, so we'll definitely need her to score a lot today to pull off the upset, but it should be a good game.
I think for Niagara, they just have to play their game and play discipline. You can't make mistakes against good teams on the road.
Exactly. So just about set to tip off here. Senior night here in McHenry, so it should be a fun atmosphere. And Marist wins the tip. A lot of good work with the ball. Gives it off to Grace Vanderwide.
Well, Grace Vanderwide is leading the MAC in assists. She's really good with the ball in her hands. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes. She almost threw it away there, but very careful with the ball. And she really sets up this offense very well for the Red Foxes.
Yeah, with a team that she has the ball in her hands a lot, and their motion offense, she has a lot of opportunity to pass the ball around. She had 15 assists against Quinnipiac last week. Got to start heading down and hit the three.
That's what it's all about. Marist, they play their best basketball when they move the ball. That was a great pass by Gilmer to beat the double team. And then Henning's daughter went out to the wing for an uncontested three. Beautiful movement.
Now we're listening to their offense. We'll see their offense a little inconsistent lately, but we'll see how they can do today. First shot for them is good.
Listen, that's a great shot. And you know what? Again, on the road, you don't want to take bad shots. Value every possession. That was a really nice shot there by Gathers in the short corner.
A little bit of a solid pass early on. Marist getting into their offense. And Alex from that scores. The both seniors scoring the first minute.
I love how the first two baskets go to the seniors. It's clear to me Marist is coming out with a concerted effort to get the seniors the ball. This is just excellent basketball. Wow. That was a great shot. And again, it's all set up by the great passing and just the movement of the offense. Both teams are running the motion very well so far.
And Niagara puts up full court, and a full court press. It's a zone press, but Marist gets it over fairly easily. Rebecca Hand for two.
This is the Marist offense at its best. They move a lot, they set a lot of screens, and when they really move through the paint and cut at will, almost no team in this conference can stop them.
Totally agree with that. Now we got to see if they can get some stops. Defense has been a little bit shaky lately, but we'll see how they do as course the game goes on.
Wow. This is a great start to the game. And again, it's all about ball movement and making the defense rotate, and Marist did not rotate there and leaving the shooter wide open for three.
We have the 5'10" McIntyre on the 5'11" Vanderwide. And see if Marist tries to take advantage of that matchup. Great pass. We've got the hand for three. In and out. Gilmer with the rebound. And it's up and good.
That is really poor execution by the man. You have to put bodies on the boards. Rebounding a lot comes down to who wants it more. And Gilmer was just right there for an easy putback.
A nice steal there by Rebecca Hand. We'll see if Marist can get into transition. Great pass. Rebecca Hand for three, wide open. No good.
But you can tell that, listen, these are the kind of shots Marist wants to get. If your best player misses a couple wide open shots, it's going to happen. You're not going to hit everything. But it's just they got to keep moving the ball and keep finding the shooters on the perimeter.
We're going to get a good defensive possession here by Marist. Another open three. McIntyre is deep on that one. And the offensive rebound for Niagara. Another three, no good. And another offensive rebound. They're not boxing out today so far.
I'm not a big fan of this defensive possession by Marist. If you look at Brian Georges over there on the bench, he's not happy. Alana Gilmer got beat twice on those offensive rebounds. Again, that was all hustle. Niagara wanted to rebound. They were able to get it and draw a foul instead of an out of bounds play. Marist has got to do a little bit better on the boards. Go get the ball. Be aggressive.
Marist take over possession. I mean, the defense has been a little shaky. They're getting whatever shots they want on offense, so if they keep moving the ball like that, they're going to score a lot of points tonight.
And listen, this is a team that really likes to shoot the ball well. And again, like you said, they've got a lot of easy looks already. They just got to keep running their offense so they're getting the shots.
Another turnover there by Marist.
I really like that little trap at the top, and it forced a really poor pass by
On the
Vanderbilt.
other side, Niagara's doing whatever they want. Another basket for Dallas.
I think Marist right now is playing a little undisciplined. But the communication is not where it should be right now. For a team with a lot of seniors and juniors, there has to be better execution on that end of the floor.
Now Henning's got it for three.
She's feeling it. Now, again, a great ball movement leads to great shots, and Henning's daughter just drills a wide open in rhythm three.
She's been shooting great the last 2 games. Averaging over 15 points the last 2 games, so picking up where she left off for sure. Playing with the mask tonight, putting back.
Yeah, but I really like the aggressiveness there by Marcella. She was trying to hedge the screen and get around him, and she just got caught and kind of, ran into Jai Moore's back. But again, they're going to play these screens tough. Marist has got to step up on the defensive end.
A 3-second call on Niagara. Niagara's typically a very sloppy team. They turn the ball over a lot, especially their point guard Moore. She has a lot of turns, 113 on the season. So I think they can take care of the ball. It should be a close game, but against Marist, you can't turn the ball over too much.
I think Marist needs to relax against this little press that they're putting. Listen, the key to breaking a press, you just have to be patient. There's always going to be a person there, especially if they double at the top.
That's a tough shot by Gilmer, no good.
But that's what Gilmer does, and she really has a nice inside-out game. It was just a tough shot.
And they missed it by Pepe, who just checked in, and Gilmer with rebound. Marist out in transition, and Barcelo for 3. In and out, no good. That's another good look again.
They are so close, and they've had a lot of really close shots from 3.
Big block by Gilmer.
You talk about energy. You talk about the struggle. They've been missing a lot of shots, but they've been playing with a little bit more effort on the defensive end. That was a great hustle play by Alana.
The Red are joined tonight by February Strokes, Ray Garcia. Fred is the special assistant to the president for diversity, inclusion, and community.
Welcome back to Canada Arena. Marist leads 12-10. Corey, what have you seen so far in the game?
I think both teams are doing a really nice job in offense, man. A lot of ball movement, a lot of cutting, a lot of screening, and it's leading to a lot of wide open shots from both sides. I think for Marist defensively, they have to figure out a way to stop. On the offensive end, they have to figure out a way to adjust to the trap at the top.
All this is going to be fine. They're a great offensive team, best in the back, but other than defense, we're going to decide this game.
And listen, Marist may be 2 of 5 from 3 to start that first quarter. But all 5 looks were wide open, so we're going to keep eventually. The law of percentages will catch up with Marist, and they'll start
Now he gets it in.
Good block by Henningsdottir.
Still by Niagara. It's still right back by Marist. Sloppy game so far.
All right, listen, I'm just going to come. That was just, I'm not a big fan of what Sarah Barcelo just did there. They need to relax. And she dribbled right into that trap. She picked up her dribble. She should have kept her dribble. And when you go right across half court, that's an easy trap. That was a great play by Niagara. And that led to an easy turnover.
McIntyre gets the offense going.
What a great play by Gathers. That was a great way to slip the screen and just way to get inside. And again, this is what Niagara's been doing all night. They're slipping every screen, and Marist is going to pick up the diver. They got to pick that up if they're going to want to win this game. They have to make that a key adjustment.
Gathers makes a free throw. Niagara gets a 1-point lead.
I have to say, for Niagara, for them to lose to Marist by 30 the last time they played, I'm quite impressed with how they've come out and executed their defensive game plan with the trap at the top, but also they're just hitting shots and they're moving very well. They have to be doing that if they want to win this game.
And the way I'm pressuring them on the press, I feel like Marist is letting Niagara assert themselves way too much. They've got to go after this defense. And they enter over half court. Allie Best did a good job there. Allie Best for 3. I like that shot. No good.
Good rebound by Barcelo. Excellent.
Henningsdottir in and out.
They were just missing a lot of easy looks. And, I think eventually they'll start to hit the shot. They're only down by 1 at this point in the game. So they just have to settle in on the defensive end because they'll start hitting shots.
I was killing them on the boards.
But you saw it again. They slipped the screen again, which led to another wide open shot. Marist has got to adjust to that as this game goes on because it's been working for the Purple Eagles this whole first quarter.
They really have done that 3 or 4 times already in the first quarter. Right? That definitely is a big adjustment that probably needs to be made if they want to make sure that they can get this win here tonight. And Will double checks it for Henningsdottir.
I really like that move by Coach George to put Duffel in. I think to have a little bit more balance inside and out is key in this game.
And a great tackle by Hand.
This is the Rebecca Hand staple. The backdoor caught in the post up on the low block. This is what she does, and she executed it perfectly there with the and 1.
She's a smart player. She knows when to make those cuts. She knows when to go out from the and they inside. So it was a great backer cut there and a great find there by Duffel.
And this should almost be guaranteed for him to go in.
We almost jinxed it. In and out. It was in.
The broadcaster jinx really is a real thing. I'm surprised she didn't miss that.
And she's number 1 free throw shooter in the country, so
not men or women. That has to be the most impressive stat I've ever seen. To be the best free throw shooter in all of college basketball, regardless of gender, that is quite an achievement. Great defense by Duffel inside.
Edwards for 3. No good.
Good box out by Rebecca. Well, that was a great defensive possession. Great rotation, great execution.
And a great pass to Allie Best.
That was an absolute dive. Kyrie Irving should be taking notes because that was an absolute dime. What a pass in transition to set up the layup for Duffel.
And this team plays way better when their point guards play downhill. Great example of that thing.
I think Coach George must have said something at the last timeout because all of a sudden we have seen Marist hustling and diving after loose balls, rotating really well, and this is the kind of defense that this team is playing. Has been playing all year.
As I said before, I think when the Marist point guards play more downhill, it opens everything else up. There's so many scoring options with the point guards aggressive. It changes everything, like on that play.
And I also think with Niagara pressing, it opens up a lot of opportunities in transition. And I think Marist has done a really nice job the last couple of minutes adjusting to that pressure on the perimeter.
They're getting great shots, as you said. You hear Gilbert with the pick and roll.
And there's the cut again. Rebecca Hand, beautiful.
They're traveling by overboard.
But it's the back pick on the baseline. Every Marist game I've seen this year, Willa Duffel is setting a pick on the cutting hands man, which is leading to that post up on the low block. And it almost works. It's almost foolproof. Great rotation by Gilmore to hedge that screen.
The Marist defense definitely picked up another miss and rebound by Duffel.
Good job by Duffel. And an excellent job by Duffel to notice that the wide open Quinnipiac player and way to get there and close that off.
And that's too easy. A nice drive by Gilmore all the way to the basket.
And I think Gilmore really brings a lot of different dimensions to the offense. She's the driver and slasher, and it's really quite a contrast to all the other shooters they have on this team. That's a great shot.
Another miss. And all the rebounds, they have a lot of them early on so far.
Good pass out by Ekbateta. And a great block there again by Gilmer.
Marist is really rotating everyone's defensive end. Now hasn't scored in a few minutes, so the defense is definitely picking up since our last time out.
You look at Ekbateta averaging 7.7 rebounds. They need her to be a little bit more aggressive inside. She's a really good local scoring option. And as much as I love Willa Duffel, she does struggle at times on the glass and on quicker bigs inside. So that should be a matchup to look at.
Top shot and bailed out by a foul call. I don't think I agree with that call, but more will go to the line to shoot too.
I just think that's not a great foul. That's a really bad foul. And for a team that's maybe not the best shooting team, you can't give them freebies on the free throw line. That was an undisciplined foul by Grace Vanderwide.
And more misses the first. Vanderwide 2000 come out and Allie Best was shooting.
I think though that losing Vanderwide to 2000 isn't the worst thing. There's a lot of leadership on this team, and they have a lot of playmakers. So it could be worse for the Red Foxes.
Moore makes a second. I expect the press to pick up here with Vanderwide out of the game.
I'm surprised Marist hasn't run a football play yet. If they really wanted to, they could send someone deep and possibly hit the home run ball because Niagara is giving absolutely no space up front, but they're giving up everything over the top.
And then lost Rebecca Hand for three, no good.
Great hustle by Henningsdottir. I love the aggressiveness. Way to just go up and get the ball. That was all about willpower on that play. She was just in perfect position.
Rebecca Hand's gotten 3 wide threes, and of course, this game goes on. She's going to start knocking those down. So Niagara can't keep doing that.
You can't get down on yourself for missing wide open shots. There's a reason why she's one of the best 5 players in this conference. She's just adding, and she's going to keep shooting. And she's an excellent cutter, and she's really good at the free throw. A really nice all-around game. Nice hedge by Henningsdottir.
Back to that pick and roll, and they played it pretty well that time on rebound for them.
Good ball movement by the Purple Eagles. And great hustle by Ekbateta. Wow, that was a tough one. Another rebound by Ekbateta. And again, she is a huge factor in this game for the Purple Eagles. They need to give her a touch. Reward her for her hard work on the glass.
And a 3-second violation called. That will give Marist a chance to get the last shot.
I was not a huge fan of those second chance opportunities for the Purple Eagles. Ed Potato is working hard, and you have to reward the bigs for their hard work inside. She did a nice job of beating 2 or 3 Marist defenders to get that ball. Got to reward her.
And a foul on McIntyre. That was an obvious foul call right there.
I think that was a little bit unnecessary. They had a perfect opportunity to trap LS on the base on the sideline. They weren't able to do that. That was a really bad foul. And luckily for them, Marist isn't in the bonus.
And there's the football pass you were talking about. Just overthrown.
Looked a little like Eli Manning on that throw. Great pass, Ekpateta.
They missed with 5 seconds to go. Ollie Best was up the hand. Half court heave.
You thought with the low percentage is how I was going in. That's what I thought. Wow. What a great half by Marist. Way to make the adjustments and take a 5-point lead into the second quarter.
Entertaining first quarter for sure. We'll be right back here with Marist basketball at WWL.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Welcome back. Start the second quarter. Marist leads 19-14. Corey, let me hear your thoughts on the first quarter.
I just thought, I thought Marist did a really nice job adjusting to the pressure Niagara was throwing at him. And like I said, the shots are going to fall for Marist. I think for Niagara, keep leaning on the press. It's been working. You're only down 5. But you got to keep feeding. You got to start feeding the bigs inside. They're working hard on the glass. You have to reward that.
Great play there by Brown George's Henning's daughter. Off the mark. Great rebound by Allie Best. And Marist resets. Great pass, Rebecca Hill. Another great back cut.
It's the way Rebecca Hill plays. It's just a clinic on the fundamentals of the game. That was just an excellent cut and a great find by Henning's daughter in the inside. And that's what I've been saying. Adela gathers, feed the bigs inside. They have a little bit of a mismatch in there. Marist is a little bit smaller, don't have the best interior defenders, so they have to take advantage of that.
They keep losing Henning's daughter. 3 again, got it.
Listen, and you know what? I think away from Coach Jordan's coaches, he encourages his players to be aggressive offensively. And you know what? If they're going to give Henning's daughter a wide open 3, pull it every time.
She has 9 quick points.
And a great trap on the corner. This is just great execution.
Marist really getting
Way to
into it with
rotate
him.
back. Way to rotate. Good find inside.
That was great defense for 20 seconds. Ali was a little late on the help right there. And Niagara will go to the line and shoot 2 once again.
I thought the defense on that possession was really well done by Marist. And Niagara was just able to get out of the trap. But it was a great job to trap off of the screen. And by way to go by Niagara to get out of it and get to the free throw line. Ekpateta and Gathers have been factors in this game early.
Ekpateta misses the first one.
But I think the message here for Niagara is this is what's working. The inside game has been working for them all game, and it doesn't even have to be off of they don't even have to hit the screen. You just got to get them touches on isolated post-ups. Use your best players to your advantage.
And she makes the second one. A little bit of a friendly roll there. And the football pass is there. Rebecca hand just short. And it was a great attempt there. I thought it was open there.
It's and you know what? It is open. It is open. But that one was a little overthrown. The other one was underthrown. So third time's a charm, right?
Gilbert hand laughed that one off. That was a tough pass to catch on that.
Yeah, there wasn't anything you could have done on that one. That was just she thought about it. Ali Best.
Great pass.
Oh, they'll
And
just
in the
take the corner three. And there it is!
Great steal, defensive offense, and Marist is already up to a 10-point lead.
Unbelievable. You know, and I saw Ali Best facing transition. She's like, I missed her. Oh, we'll get her in the corner. Great shot. And once again, excellent transition offense by Marist. They find the shooters in the corner. Beautiful shot. And once again, the walk percentages even out.
True that. So we'll go to a quick break. We'll be back here at McCann Arena. Welcome back. 8:19 remaining in the second quarter. Marist leads 27-17. Marist really starting to get into a rhythm on both ends of the floor.
I don't understand what Niagara's doing. I mean, I respect the inside game, but their best player is not doing it. Shy Moore has no points at this point in the game. And she's averaging 17 a game. Obviously, keep beating them on side, but your best player needs to have the ball in her hands to make plays. I think that's another adjustment Niagara needs to make.
Look at the numbers. Turns more over a lot. I feel like, as you said, she has 0 points. I expect to see her maybe trying to force a little bit. Try to get her on points to the top 10.
There's a difference right there. Marist is shooting 58% from the field to 29 and 100% from the line to 60. That's the big difference.
Overall takes the charge, and that's what she brings to this team. She brings that toughness, that grittiness that they were missing when she was home.
That's a great defensive effort played by Overton. Way to slide your feet and get in position. And again, the football pass might be an option here for the Red Foxes.
Maybe a third time's the charm.
It's coming. You know it's coming. It's going to come at some point in this game. I think the key for Marist right now is play your game. You're up 10. You can really put this game away if you just run your offense and keep playing tough on the defensive end.
They got Henningsotter on the point guard. Shocking no call there. And Niagara takes the ball over.
And Eddie, you called it before the game. You said whoever 21 is guarding McIntyre, you keep the ball in that person's hands, and Henningsotter was able to switch on to McIntyre. Unfortunately, wasn't able to finish the play.
We're at 5 feet tall. It's tough to guard a lot of these players on there. It's a pretty big team. So we'll see if they can go to that matchup more often in this game. And once again, a tough play by Overdorf.
And I really think, again, Georges, he likes to yell a little bit. And I think he got his team's attention, and all of a sudden we've started to see more box outs and better. Everyone's crashing the glass, and that's what you got to do. Everyone should be going for the ball, and just got to execute that part of the game.
Got to come out a little flat. Maybe that's the emotions of senior night, but they're definitely getting into a rhythm now.
Good decision not to shoot by Henningsotter. Find a better shot, a higher shot percentage here.
Niagara picking up the pressure on this possession. And Marist gets bailed out by a foul call.
Not a big fan of that offensive possession. There wasn't a lot of movement. And it looked like to me, Marist had too many people in the paint. You have to have a good balance between people inside and out. They got you right. They were very lucky in that possession to draw a foul. They have to get back into what their offense is, cutting and screening.
You can tell Niagara was trying to pick up the pressure. The best place to trap. Henningsotter for 2. That's the shot to go.
That was a tough shot. And a tough break for Niagara. They did a really nice job of forcing that shot and trapping Oberdorf at the top. And Marist was able to just make one extra play there.
Nice find by McIntyre. Edwards for 3. No good. Rebound by Allie Best. And Marist out running again. And they got Gilbert with the travel.
I'm really not a big fan of Marist transition offense on that. No, sorry, Niagara's transition defense. They have been all over the place tonight, and they are very fortunate. I saw Sarah Marcello sliding over to the corner, and had she been hit with the pass a little bit earlier, she might have had a wide open 3. They got to be more aware of who's going to the corners and who's going where, because that could bite them in the end and bite any chance they have of winning this game.
And Marcello shooting 38% from 3, so that probably very well could have been a make on that play.
I'm not going to lie. That was an absolute flop by Henningsotter. But a good no call by the official to not go for that thing.
Nice pickup over there. Marcello for 3. Got it.
And that's once again due to crashing on the defense, and the forces a tough rotation there. Good take by McIntyre.
And a block by Henningsotter. As we said, that comes back to her size, 5 feet. It's tough to finish in the paint, especially around Henningsotter, who's got 6
But again, the awareness by Niagara's defense is just not where it should be. The rotations are not as crisp like they were in the first quarter. And you have to know your personnel. The Marist loves to shoot threes. You got to get out and contest those shots.
Another miss there.
Good hustle play by Oberdorf.
Marist out running again. The offense is starting to pick up
There's
now.
Marcello in the corner. That is absolutely wet.
And she's got it. Call that before it went in. You did. Marcello shoots 38% as a freshman. So really sky's the limit for her in the Marist. 3 years left. Already shooting around 40%.
They're shooting 50% from 3, 60% from the field, and 100% from the free throw line. Part of that's due to because Marist they're just a really good shooting team, but a lot of it has to do with Niagara's poor transition defense. They're not having the best rotations. They're giving way too many open shots on them. For them to get back in this game, it all starts on the defensive end. Offensively, they've kind of gone away from what they were doing successfully. They're not keeping the ball inside as much. So they got to improve on those 2 things if they want to have a chance to get back in this game.
I know the NBA, the typical thing is the mass game. Is that maybe the case of Marcello's that with the mass out there?
No, she must have been watching a lot of film of Kobe Bryant. She's got that Mamba mentality tonight. She's been knocking down threes.
I think especially for Marist in this game, if they keep playing like this, it gives him a lot of confidence going up to Albany next week.
Listen, this is Bears offense at its finest. I just think when watching film in this game, they have to just watch how they cut, how they move, because this is what they do best. And when it works, it's working. It's working, and it almost looks foolproof right now.
Niagara has not scored in a while, so we see they get into rhythm here. What kind of play they have drawn about the timeout. McIntyre for three. Got it. Big play there for Niagara.
Well, and again, Marist fell victim to the same thing that's been going on with Niagara. They forgot where the shooter was, and that was a wide open three.
Great move by Allie Best just to miss. And Duffel, all the rebound, but she's no good. Two close misses there.
That's my biggest problem with Lula Duffel. She's not the best finisher around the rim off rebounds. You got to make that layup.
McIntyre forced that one up, no good. And Gilmore's out in transition.
Good decision not to shoot there by Duffel.
And Barcella, another one, no good.
Good hustle by Oberdorf and Barcella.
McIntyre starting to get hot.
Well, she's shooting 36% from three on the season, averaging over 10 points. You know, she may be short, but she does have a good feel for the game. She's got a nice touch. They got to get her going. She's one of the few shooters they have.
Barcella for three, no good.
I'm not a big fan of the last two possessions. I think Barcella was pressing a little bit these last two shots. She hasn't been as open, and you got to get better shots than that.
Niagara's heating up. Go there by Elizabeth Bryant, and Niagara's cut the lead back to 10. And Brian George is calling for a timeout.
I just think for me, Marist got a little cute on offense there. They're feeling themselves from three, but you got to still take smart shots. Defensively, again, you can't forget wide open shooters in the corner. That's not great execution. You have to be able to rotate over, even if it's a late rotation.
4 minutes remaining in the first half. Marist leads by 10, and we'll be right back. And welcome back. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Niagara's going a quick 7-0 run to get themselves back right in this game.
Listen, and it all started on the defensive end. Marist got cute on offense, and they were able to capitalize on the poor shot selection by Sarah Barcella.
Marist has their profile Vander Wiley back in the game. He's a competent assist. Gilmore with the tough one.
And that all started with Grace Vander Wiley able to keep the ball and able to find an open teammate in Rebecca Hands.
Marist is a big lineup right now with Duffel and Henningsauer on the floor. I kind of like this lineup for Marist. Try to avoid those opportunities that they're giving up in this game.
They're doing a better job defensively now. And they've really kind of taken away the screen and the slip. They're doing a good job there. But I think Marist has got to just get a little bit better. I think they look a little nervous when the pressure starts to come. They got to relax and just take their time and not force any bad passes. Great cut.
And this layup was a great cut there by Moore. Yeah, and he said Moore still scoreless. Niagara's best player, averaging over 17 a game.
Well, that was a great offensive play. You just got to make that layup. She put Grace Vander Wiley on skates. Unfortunately, she couldn't make the shot.
Good move there by Vander Wiley. That's good.
Like I said, that Marist offense is not about one pass and shot. They need to move the ball 5-6 times possession because that's when they get the high percentage looks. And for a team that shoots really well from three, that's what they have to do to get the open looks.
And Moore drives to the basket in a pass out of bounds. It was tipped. It will stay with Niagara.
Well, and there's a reason why she doesn't have a great assist-to-turnover ratio. That wasn't the best pass. A little bit low and outside for Carissa Thompson, Carissa Bryant.
5 on the shot clock. They get it in the Moore, and it's good for her first points of the night.
You got to get your best player going. And, just to see the basketball go in the net, that's key for a lot of scorers, and that might be big for her confidence going forward.
Darren White breaks the press on her own. Finds hand for three. No good. Rebounded by Moore.
Again, I'm not a big fan of that possession. One pass and a shot. It was a little bit open, but you gotta move the ball a little bit more than that. I'm not a big fan.
And Niagara throws a three and the foul. Bryant for three.
Very, very undisciplined foul by Willa Duffel. I mean, you just can't hit a shooter. You have to let them land. That's just not a very good defensive play. And I think Marist is getting a little lackadaisical on both ends of the floor right now. They're not making the best decisions.
Bryant misses the free throw. Rebounded by Duffel. We'll see if Marist can get a good shot here. I would like him to take advantage of that matchup at point guard. Vanderwater is 5'11", McIntyre 5 foot, 11-inch difference. I would rather go to her inside here. Vanderwater has the open three, and she's got
it. I'm going to keep coming back to say it, but it applies every time. When you move the ball and you cut, it opens up opportunities not only for yourself, but for your teammates. Very unselfish play on that possession, and it led to a good three by Grace Vanderwater.
They're really dominating inside on the boards.
You know, that was a tough shot by David's daughter, but because of her shot, it gave her teammates an opportunity to go up and get that rebound, and they were able to do it and finish the play. Excellent finish there by Adela Gathers. Again, we need to see more. They need to see more of her and Ekpateta give them the ball inside, give them an opportunity to score.
One shot.
Gathers can go after that three and now the and one. See if she can convert the line. She knocks it down.
Gathers has 12 points, and she's starting to get more efficient looks here. And again, it has a lot to do with the pressure Niagara's throwing at Marist.
Aggressive passing by hand into Henningsdottir. Henningsdottir for two. Had the mismatch with McIntyre.
But this is why Rebecca Hand is such a smart player. She saw the mismatch and was able to find her teammate inside where the 5-foot McIntyre was. Excellent find by Rebecca Hand.
Niagara, another miss. Rebound by Hand. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Niagara picked up the pressure for sure. Taking the shot clock, the ball is in best hands.
Good pass.
Great pass, and she finishes.
That was really undisciplined defense by Niagara. They had three people on the ball, and Duffel with a nice slip to the basket. Great find by Ellie Best with pressure in her face.
Niagara gets back to that slip screen again. No good. And Marist out and running. Henningsdottir one-on-one with Edwards, and there's a foul. I think that's shooting.
But it all started on the defensive end. This is what Marist does best. Their defense feeds their offense. Great defense inside by Duffel on Adela Gathers, and it led to a breakout and an opportunity at the free throw line for Henningsdottir.
They got Marist 46 points right in this first half, so they're definitely clicking on offense. Henningsdottir misses the first. Already has 13 points tonight. So she's definitely having a great start.
Well, it's clear to me that she came to play tonight, last home game of her career. She wants to send herself out and her other seniors out on a high note, and a lot of inspiration tonight for the Red Foxes.
Makes the second one. There's a 14, 16 seconds on the clock, and McIntyre advances it into the front court.
For Niagara, get a high percentage look here. You don't need a three. Just get the best look at the basket, inside or out.
In the Bryant's hands, off to Gathers. 5 on the clock. Gathers tries to drive. Gets it up, and it's good.
That's a great finish by Gathers.
In the first half, Marist takes a 12-point lead into the locker room. Corey, what do you think about the first half?
I think for me, the biggest thing for Marist was the ball movement is key. You move the ball, you get good looks. And that's what they were doing in the first half. Offensively for Niagara, they got to keep putting the ball inside and let Moore shoot. All right, you got to give her some opportunities. And I would expect them to come out in the first play of the second half
can't hurt the ball.
I think if Niagara could do that, they got a chance to get back in this game. And Marist is just got to do a better job against the press. I think the pressure is crazy.
I would agree with that assessment. One thing I have, Brian Jordan's maybe one of the best coaches, might be in the conference in the country. I think he's really going to make an effort to go at McIntyre in the second half. She's so small. She knows that. I think that Niagara's switching pretty much everything, that they can get a lot of mismatches.
And you saw when Marist took advantage of the switch, they either got a good look or they scored. So I agree with you on your assessment. I think they're going to look to attack that mismatch every single time now. And not only that, but I think they're going to attack the press even more in the second half.
So at the half, Marist was by 12. We'll be back soon for the second half. Welcome back to the McCann Arena here for the second half. Marist leads by 12 at the half. Corey, give me your thoughts on the first half and what to watch for in the second.
Well, I think Niagara did a better job after that first quarter. I think they got settled in. I think their press really started to affect Marist. So I think for them, they need to continue bringing in pressure, but not every possession. Just mix and match pressure with zone and keep feeding the bigs inside. And then the shots for Jai Moore will come. I think for Marist, I think the biggest thing for them is keep doing what they're doing. Keep moving the ball, keep cutting, keep screening, because they're getting a lot of wide open looks. And if they keep doing that, they're going to keep getting high percentage looks. And as far as the defensive end, just they got to keep doing a good job of hedging screens and helping inside, because I expect Niagara to attack the paint the second half.
Second half off to a great start as the refs are already at the score table, but I guess they couldn't be doing it the last 15 minutes during halftime, which makes no sense to me.
It's a little unorganized right now. I don't know what the officials are doing. What could they possibly be looking at the start of the half? I could not tell you.
Speaking of that, college basketball, thoughts on a video reviews. I'd love to hear your take on that.
Well, I just think it takes too long. You know, I'm just not like it drags the game out way too long. And I understand sometimes you want to make the right call, but sometimes they just miss the most obvious calls. And just you shouldn't be reviewing everything. Some things should not be reviewed. And I don't know what that answer is. I don't think anyone knows what the answer is to solve, the replay crisis, not just in basketball, but in the NFL. So I think there's going to be I think there's just going to be talks amongst coaches and officials and administrators just kind of figure out what the best solution is to make the game go fashion, but also make sure you get the right call. I don't know what the answer is to that.
It's so funny. The mentality of the coaches look very different over there. Niagara came out the locker room arguing something. The refs knew about it, and they went to tell Brian Georges, and he was chuckling, and the ref told him what was going on, which is pretty interesting to me.
I think it's kind of bush league. It's like really like if there was something there, the refs would have caught it at halftime. So I don't understand what they could possibly be looking at right now.
And no offense to Niagara, but Brian George was probably like in his head, "Yeah, you're not winning anyways."
Yeah, I mean, the way his team's been shooting, I mean, you got to look at what Marist is doing. I mean, they shot 55% from three in the second quarter after shooting 28 in the first, and they're shooting over 55% combined in the first half. So they're making the plays. They're going to win this. Like they're likely going to win this game because if they keep the percentages up, there's no way Niagara can keep up unless they force a lot of turnovers.
I know I just said he laughed at that comment. Now after a few-minute break, he got a little bit fed up and walked to the score table and said, "What the heck's going on now? Like, he's playing some basketball." I would agree with that.
Marist just wants to play. They're all smiling. They're all ready to go. They're enjoying it. This is a great senior night. They just want to win this game right now. They just want to get back to playing basketball.
And here we go, finally.
Here we go, purple.
And the second half underway, Niagara gets into their offense. Gets one right into Moore's hands real quick for the leading scorer.
Well, they got to get her touches, and there it is, the fade to the corner, but great closeout by Vanderweyden.
Niagara got a goal to start the half. They miss, and Vanderweyden gets the rebound.
But if you notice, Moore was the number one target on that first offensive possession, but it was just a great closeout by Vanderweyden. But I also love how Marist had all five players in the paint. That's great execution.
Marcelo, tough finish, reverse.
That was a nifty move. And again, it's just very great cutting on the baseline.
And Moore missed, rebound by Gilmore. Marist out with one.
I think Moore is starting to get frustrated, and I think you would agree with me. She's just not getting the shots she's normally getting, and it's leading to frustration on the offensive end.
Good move there by Gilmore, just missed the shot. Rebound there by Moore. McIntyre tries to turn the corner, and Hand cuts her off. Good defense by Hand.
Well, Marist is doing a good job of closing out and taking away driving lanes, and that's what Niagara does best. They get inside, but they can't do it.
McIntyre swatted by Gilmore.
That was an absolute facial right there, and What an absolute great transition play.
You're not going to see a block with that one.
I've never seen a block that hard. I mean, she literally spiked that into the ground. I didn't know we were playing volleyball in here. That was just incredible.
Gathers gets into the lane, falls down out of bounds, and that will go the other way.
I think Marist is just, they've really started out this half with a lot of control. I mean, you look at what they're doing out there. They're just doing a great job defensively, just taking everything away inside and forcing Niagara to settle for jump shots. But unfortunately, they're just not falling.
Well, Vanderbilt broke the press, took it into another gear, but then a turnover there.
It's a pretty indecisive move. I'm not really sure she knew what she wanted to do there, and that led to the turnover. But again, Marist is doing a nice job on the defensive end. The intensity is picking up. And offensively, they're getting good looks, so the defense just has to continue to play the way they're playing. Nice stiff
tough pass
pass.
to McIntyre. McIntyre off to Moore.
But again,
Great
Marist,
defense by Marist.
it's all about the closeouts right
by
now.
Vanderbilt. They're out and running again. And a great pass. And just missed by hand on the reverse layup.
Well, that was a great pass by Vanderbilt. It might have been a little late, but good look by hand either way.
And Edwards is fouled by Hellingside.
I think Niagara has actually done a better job offensively in this quarter. They're clearly looking inside and they're trying to attack the paint. Marist has done a nice job of closing out on the perimeter and forcing them to drive into help. And that's why Niagara has really struggled to get a good first look here in this opening quarter of the second half.
Edwards knocks on the first one. Edwards is 1 for 5 in the first half, so maybe this can get it going.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to see the ball go through the net, and for any shooter, that's key.
Misses the second.
I think that had a lot to do with the bands more than anything. That was just a great, excellent chant. And what have I been saying this whole game? That's Niagara's way to have a chance in this game. Feed the post, and they did it there. Excellent finish by Epicetta.
Great find by Vanderbilt. Hand wide open three. Got it.
That's the trouble you have when you trap in the corner. If you don't rotate correctly, someone's going to be wide open. Niagara didn't rotate, and that led to an easy three for one of the best three-point shooters in the conference.
All I'm going to say is leaving the best three-point shooter in the MAC wide open probably isn't the best idea. Gathers at the free throw line, nothing much there. They get into more chance, fall away three, no good. Rebound by Gilmore. Great defense once again there by Matt.
I almost feel like you're in a lose-lose situation with Becca Hand because if you leave her wide open, she can hit it, but if you close out, she can get to the line. She shoots 91%. And just like she did there, she took the floater. She just takes what the defense gives her. That's why she's one of the best offensive playmakers in this conference.
And yes, she has 15 points. I may say only 15 points, but her impact definitely seems way more than that. She's been creating for the team. It's getting wide open look, so she's had a good half.
What a drive on the baseline. And Marist's intensity has really picked up, and you can tell that they're trying to send a statement here in the second half. Niagara's really struggled to get anything going.
We got 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Marist leads by 18. We'll be right back here at the Can Arena. Welcome back to Pain Arena. Marist leads by 18. Marist, they can go on a run here, put the game away. Not sure what can happen if the second hit keeps shooting, but that's what happens so long this half. Niagara gets it into Moore, the best player. Has a slow game so far today.
She's only hit one shot.
Yeah, only 3 points.
And I think that has more to do with what Marist is doing defensively. They're doing a really nice job of taking away the pain and forcing tough perimeter jump shots.
Another miss there by Edwards.
And even on that drive right there, Duffel just swallowed up all the room there.
Great passing sequence there. Duffel misses the layup.
That was a great touch pass by Rebecca Hand, hit Duffel, but Duffel wasn't able to finish. But again, great look by the Red Foxes.
And a travel there by Moore. She's really out of sync tonight. And I think you have to talk about it. We've never done about Vander White, how great she passes the ball, but she's held their best player who averages 17 a game to just 3 points so far. She's been on her most of the game.
And I don't even think it's just Grace Vander White. I think it's a great team defensive effort to really just take away their best player. And she's clearly frustrated. She's missing some good looks, and even the looks, and then she's not getting a lot of looks. Marist is just doing a great job all the way around.
Turnover by Gilmer. Decided to force the ball with it too much. They get it back into the paint to Gathers. Tough shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it up and good. That's just 16th point of the game.
That's just great hustle by Gathers to stick with it with 2 defenders there in the paint. Great offensive rebound.
Great cover by Hand for 3, no good. And they are continuing to get pretty good looks. Yes, they're shooting 55%.
I almost feel like,
and
I could be wrong, but I almost feel like Marist is just taking this lead for granted. I feel like they're getting cute offensively with what they're doing. They're not running their offense once they get up by 16, 17. And that's what happened when Niagara went on that 7-0 run late in the first half. Keep moving the ball, keep screening, because you know what? It may not be the most flashy style of offense, but it works. Stick to what you're doing well.
I think this is a big point of the game right here. I think either Marist puts them away here or Niagara finds their way back into this game. 16-point game, and if Marist can go on a quick 8-0 run, this game is probably over.
I just think the way Marist is playing defense tonight, it just breeds a winning formula. And they're getting great looks on the offensive end, and the defense is just hounding Niagara on the perimeter.
Gathers forces her way into the paint. Lefty floater, no good. Rebound by Duffel, and there's a foul there on Pippen.
That looked like a frustration foul to me, and you know, I think they've gotten a lot of good looks inside tonight, but I think Marist is just contesting every shot really well. And you can't fault Niagara for missing tough contested shots. Give Marist all the credit on the defensive end.
And now we'll take us to the immediate timeout. Marist is by 16. We'll be right back here for Marist women's basketball at WMAR. Welcome out to Canarino. Niagara finally stopped the press. They're trying to make a change here. The Marist by 16. Here, 4:52 remaining in the third quarter.
I'm not a big fan of that decision. I think the press has been working there tonight in spurts. I think it's created havoc on the offensive end for Marist, and they caused some turnovers, which led to some breakouts in transition. I'm a little surprised they're not doing that down to 16. They obviously have a plan on the defensive end. Let's see what they execute.
Overdraw checks back in for Marist. She's getting Ryan Jones some very good minutes, a lot of tough plays. So I kind of like that stuff to get her back in the game.
And here comes the press.
Guess I spoke too soon. The press is still on.
Well, they must have made a quick adjustment before the media timeout ended.
Jordan has ball top of the key. Has a one-on-one with Gathers. Pass it up to hand. Ball screen for hand. Tough take, pull up, good rebound. Gets it on rebound, puts it up and it's good. Great play by
And again, I think that's high IQ players make high IQ plays, and that was a really. She knew she was short. She went to the spot, got the rebound, put the ball in the hoop. That's a great play by Rebecca Hand.
Edwards gets some space and hits the three.
That's big for Niagara. Outside of Ikpateta, McIntyre, and Gathers, they really haven't had much production. So that's a big shot there to get a little bit of a spark offensively for the Purple Eagles.
Buffalo's on the way. That's a nice skip pass. Perfect by Best.
Good shot fake by Allie Bass.
And a great move there by Allie Bass.
But that's what happens defensively on the skip pass. You cannot fall for the pump fake. You have to stay grounded and make them play the ball out without the pump fake.
Another turnover there from Niagara. That's their 12th. A very turnover-prone team. And the turnovers really killing them tonight.
I'm still surprised that Niagara is still giving away wide open corner threes. They got to do a better job rotating if they want to have a chance to come back and win this game.
Foul there on Charisma Bryant as Gilmore was trying to drive to the basket. I like to see Marist try to get Gilmore the ball, give her some isolation because she's probably one of the best one-on-one scorers in the league.
She's a different type of playmaker than what they have. They have a lot of shooters on this team, but unbelievable. And once again, Niagara just completely fell asleep and left Rebecca Hand wide open in the corner. That's been working for Marist all night, those corner threes, and they're going to keep running it until Niagara makes the necessary adjustments.
And Hand has a game-high 20 points, and Marist opens up the lead 20. And Niagara responds. Bryant hits a three.
Good cut by Gilmer.
And Henningsdottir checks back in for Marist. She's been playing pretty well so far. She's got 14 points already.
I think she's giving them a different look offensively. She can stretch the floor, and she's really played well with Duffel. I think the pairing of them inside has been nice for their rebounding and defensive efforts tonight.
I like that look with both of them on the floor. Gives them a lot of size.
They got to attack the switch.
Great pass by Duffel into Henningsdottir. A jump ball is called. Possession will stay with Marist.
It was a little bit late of a pass by Duffel, but again, Henningsdottir had the mismatch on the guard. Surprised she didn't post up and go on the block. But either way to attack the switch. Unfortunately, it only led to a jump ball for the Red Foxes. Good cut by Henningsdottir.
Foul there on Ekpateta. And a pretty interesting strategy here. Niagara coach Jada Pierce has not played McIntyre most in the second half. And we know she was had a tough time on defense, smaller players, so maybe some strategy there.
Well, she's sacrificing offense for defense at this point. And to beat a team like Marist who shoots really well from three and from the field, you got to have players out there that can not only score, but really give you a chance on the defensive end of the floor. And obviously, Coach Pierce doesn't think McIntyre can do that.
Gathers, good skip pass to Bryant. Off to Edwards. Edwards for three. No good.
Well, that was a
Rebound by Duffel.
That was great ball movement by Niagara, and they were just a little bit short. And now they got to find the shooters in the corners because this is what Marist does best in transition.
Hand off to Duffel, and Duffel is fouled.
But once again, just excellent clinic basketball. Just the cutting, the passing, the post-ups. I mean, Marist is doing everything right tonight, and they're just doing the fundamentals very well. It's not the most flashy style of basketball, but it works when it's done properly, and they're doing it very well tonight.
Duffel misses the first one. Makes the second. Marist leads 64-46. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Niagara needs to be aggressive and attack the paint.
Off to Moore. Moore checks up a three. No good. Rebound there by Oberdorf.
You know, and I'm not a big fan of that shot. You know, that's a shot I'd be fine with as a coach if it's in rhythm, but it wasn't in rhythm.
Henning's out, no good. A tough rebound there by Duffel. And the foul on Edwards. And you can tell Moore really frustrated. First has some pretty bad shots. Having a tough game, only 3 points.
Again, it goes back to how Marist is frustrating her on the defensive end. They're really doing a nice job of taking away the pain. And the shots she is getting are tough layups or threes. Give Marist all the credit in the world.
Duffel misses the first. Marist struggling from the line side, only shooting 50%. And this is a very good free throw shooting team, so everything else is going well, but the foul shots have not been tonight.
Well, and in a close game, and it's not a close game right now, but in a close game, you need to make free throws. This could be a problem for the Red Foxes in the MAC tournament, but if they shoot the way they're shooting tonight, they won't have to worry about that.
Duffel misses them both. Edwards advances into the front court for the Purple Eagles.
And again, I'm really impressed with how Marist has been clogging out the paint ever since that first quarter. Very, very nice shot.
Nice pass there by Moore.
Oh, once again, that just slipped by the Marist defensive player. Great job, great pass there by Moore to find Gathers inside.
Great cut there by Ali Best and a good find by him.
I think that possession, Rebecca Hand has been doing a lot of things tonight, right? She's been going to the corners. She's been cutting through the middle, the backdoor cuts on the baseline. But my biggest problem with Niagara's defense against Rebecca Hand is where's the hand check? Where are the checking? You cannot just let a player run through the lane and not be checked. You got to let them know you're there. Niagara hasn't done that. Rebecca Hand has cut and went wherever she's gone tonight. And she's a great player. But you've got to get her out of rhythm and body check her a little bit just to let her know, hey, like, we're here. We're not going to let you get easy shots.
Best makes the first, and McIntyre back in for Niagara. And Best makes the second. Marist takes the lead to 18, under a minute to go here in the third.
I think for Niagara here, you just got to look for anything positive going into the fourth quarter, whether that's a 3 or a 2, but get the best high percentage look.
David's done with a tough move. Misses. Rebound by Henning's daughter.
That was not a great shot there. Contested by Henning's daughter with Marist. And, well, Marist can almost kill the entire shot clock to get the final shot of the quarter.
And Hand takes it all the way. No good. And call off on Marist, and Brian George is not happy with that call, to say the least.
Well, I think he'd be a little bit more upset if it was a closer game, but good take by Rebecca Hand, but unfortunately just a little bit short.
10 seconds to go. And a push off there by Moore. Frustration foul, I'd say.
I think the biggest problem for Niagara and the biggest reason why Marist is winning is the ability for Marist bigs to shoot threes. I think has been huge. Niagara's bigs cannot shoot the 3 ball nearly as well, and I think that has limited their offensive capabilities tonight.
9 seconds to go. Ali Best moves over half court. A screen by Duffel. Good move by Best. Best gets out to Henning's daughter. Henning's daughter for 3. And it's no good. And now for this end of the quarter, Marist leads 66-48. We'll be right back.
go. I gotta go.
Welcome back to Canada. Maryland 66-48, start of the fourth quarter. Corey, what are you looking for here? Start of the fourth.
I think Niagara's just going to have to play pressure the whole quarter to have a chance to get back in this game. I just think they haven't really looked inside a lot. I think part of that's because Marist is just doing a good job of taking away the inside. I think Niagara's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive shooting threes. But they're going to have to keep driving in the paint to open up what looks on the outside. And I think for Marist, keep doing what they're doing. They're up 18 for a reason, so just keep running their offense, keep taking away the paint on defense, and I think they'll have a really good chance to finish this game off with a win.
Another turnover there for Niagara. That's number 14. The turnover struggle is really continuing, and it's really been hurting them all game.
Well, I think it's hard to get in a rhythm offensively when you keep traveling. And it hasn't just been Niagara either. Marist has had some bad travels tonight as well. But I think Marist is starting to settle in. I don't think they're worried about the press anymore. I think they know it's coming, and I think they've adjusted accordingly.
Nice pass by Vanderwall to Gilmore with the fall-away team.
But again, you see what I'm saying, right? When you pass and cut and move, you're going to get yourself open. That's just a great move by Gilmore on the baseline.
And Marist opens it up 68-48. A three there, no good. Rebound there by Barcelo.
But again, great rotation by Marist. Even though Gilmore got there late, she was able to contest the shot. But a great job by Henningsdottir on the switch.
Great pass once again by Vanderwall. No good by Henningsdottir, but it will stay with Marist.
But remember in the first quarter, we saw Marist getting beat on the switch. The screener was just slipping and just getting wide open layup. That time, Henningsdottir covered it really well. And I think that's one of the adjustments that Brian George has made tonight. That was a little Odell Beckham-esque on that offensive rebound. Nice way to just grab it, snag it with one hand, and put it back up. And Henningsdottir is having a senior night to remember.
Definitely 16 points. And she's been playing her best basketball the last 2 weeks. And Marist definitely need that extra scoring going into the MAC tournament. McIntyre gets a ball screen. And Marist is really picking up the defense, especially here in the second half. It's been very impressive. Moore tries to force away, turns it all over.
Oh, great hustle by Oberdorf.
And a 3-point there by McIntyre.
Again, I don't see why Marist is rushing. They have a huge lead. Just kill the clock, run your half-court offense. That turnover led to an easy 3. You just got to play smart here. Good
Great pass by Gilmer.
And I think this has been the problem all night for Niagara. They've had a really tough time locating where Marist has been for shooting threes in the corners, and they've given up way too many cuts on the baseline. That's been their biggest weakness tonight.
Get it into hands of Moore. Gets into the lane and makes the 2.
But even that, too, was tough. And I think that shot just showed that what Marist has done tonight. Just to take away the pain.
72-53. 7 minutes remaining in this one. Overdorf, nice move. And the right
What a nice drive. He's just finished strong with the left hand. Very impressive drive.
McIntyre throws at the 3, no good.
I think Marist just needs to slow the pace down. They don't need to be running and gunning right now.
Timeout there by Marist. Leading 74-53, 7 minutes ago in the 4th quarter. We'll be right back.
Marist offers shuttle service 30 minutes, right?
Welcome back. Marist leads by 21. 7 minutes ago. Corey, let me get your thoughts.
This has just been an absolutely dominating performance by Marist after that first quarter. I think, part of it might have been simply my nerves. Because Marist came out a little flat on defense, and they were missing some wide open shots. But they started getting into a rhythm offensively, and the defense has really just picked it up and taken away the pain and forcing tough shots by Niagara every single possession. You got to give Brian George a lot of credit for making the adjustments throughout this game.
Barring a miracle comeback, Marist looks like they'll play Manhattan in the quarterfinals. I mean, most likely Manhattan have to win their first round game first, but we can talk about that matchup a little later. But it should be a tough, not an easy one for Marist.
Well, I look at Marist, and I think with the way they shoot the 3, they have a chance to win any game. But I think the biggest problem for them is you live and die by the 3. And I believe that if Marist can shoot 40% from the 3-point line every tournament game, they will probably win the tournament. But the problem is when they play Quinnipiac turns it into a grinded-out game. They take away the 3-point line, and Marist doesn't have the best athletes that can finish inside. And that's been their biggest weakness against Quinnipiac the last couple of years. But I think that might be changing. I think they have more shooters. I think Gilmer has really stepped up their game inside. And I think with all the weapons they have a chance to beat Quinnipiac. But they have to make threes. That is their offensive game. And if they don't make at least 35 to 40% of their threes, they have no chance against the Bobcats if they were to meet in the conference tournament game.
They will open up in the MAC tournament on Saturday at noon. So it should be interesting to see how far Marist can lose here. As we know, last year lost in the conference championship game in a close one at Quinnipiac. Most likely they'd have to beat them if they want to get that championship in the championship game. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Well, I think the biggest X factor of the whole tournament is how does Marist handle Jen Fay? She has dominated them for like 4 years now. She's really just dominated them. And, you know, I don't even think she's lost to Marist once in her career. So she's been the kryptonite for them. And, you know, I think the biggest reason why she's so successful is Marist has had problems the past few years with interior post defense. You know, when they play Marist, you know, Henningsdottir and Duffel, they've really struggled to defend Faye. So I think that would be the biggest matchup to watch if they were to meet in the conference tournament.
Nice pass there by Moore. I agree with that, Corey. Marist is at 21 right now, but definitely I agree. Their inside defense.
It's probably the biggest weakness on their whole team.
Absolutely. And they struggle to come back. They have a lot of points in the paint. And even tonight, yes, they're winning by 21, but they've given up a lot of offensive rebounds. So, yes, they have a full week of practice to get ready for that, but that's going to have to be fixed by the time they get to the next tournament.
But I think they found a winning formula tonight. When you pass and cut as effortlessly as they did tonight, it leads to a lot of wide open shots. And I've always said that if you set a screen or cut for yourself, for your teammate, that's going to get you open. And they've done a lot of that tonight. And I also believe that they have done an excellent job of taking away the paint. And maybe they found a formula for how to contain Jen Fay inside tonight. That's definitely a possibility. But you can tell they're playing with a lot of energy tonight. They're playing very loose. They're having fun out there. You can tell with the way they're playing. And I think if they bring the same energy every single game to Albany, I think they have a very strong chance to go dancing.
Of course, winning tonight gives them a lot of confidence going into the next tournament. So we'll see what happens. And great pass there by Gilmer. Kendall quick scores just after into the game. Great pass there by
But again, that basket is something they've been trying all night. Just cutting along the baseline, a lot of back screens, a lot of screens, slipping screens. I mean, they've done it all tonight. And this is truly an offensive clinic of what to do on the offensive end of the floor.
They have 17 assists. Very impressive. Moore has won the win for Niagara. 10 on the shot clock. Moore gets into the lane. Good move, and a good finish there by Moore.
But again, you saw on that drive, even with the make, there was 3 defenders she had to beat. So Marist has been all over the place on the defensive end of the floor, and they've really made life very difficult for the bigs and the guards of Niagara inside.
We're under 5 minutes to play. Marist leads 76-57. Henningsdottir gets the open 3. Got it.
She's fired up. And you know what, Eddie? This is a truly great ending to a senior year. Marist, you know, they've really been on the come up the past couple of years, and Henningsdottir's been a big part of that rebuild. And, you know, we were talking earlier how big she could be for them against Quinnipiac. You need a lot of weapons to beat the Bobcats. And if Henningsdottir plays the way she did tonight in the conference tournament, I don't think there's any team that can beat them because they have the weapons to make it happen.
And with Moore Fitzpatrick injured, they need that one more player to step up, and Henningsdottir definitely could be that player.
And it's not even just Henningsdottir. I mean, the way Rebecca Hand's been shooting, the way Grace Vanderweide's been more aggressive, leading them on the defensive end, Alana Gilmer, one of their captains. I mean, this is a very well-rounded, experienced group, and they have the proper motivation to go up to Albany and try and take down Quinnipiac if they were to meet.
David Daughter for 2. Gets a friendly roll. Marist leads 79-59. 4 minutes to go.
But I think if you're Coach Georges, what you want to see right now, you know this game is likely over. But what you want to see is execution, and you don't want to see any passive-aggressive play by your defense or your offense. They need to keep running what they're doing, and for not just for this game, but for future games to watch on film, this is what they got to do.
Great pass by McIntyre up to Edwards. Edwards finishes.
Jordan Edwards.
Like I said, I don't think Georges wants to see his team fall asleep right now. I think he wants to see him finish strong, and I think that's what they're going to likely do with a lot of leadership on the court.
Henningsdottir got open again. She's got
it. She is absolutely on fire tonight. This is an absolute 3-point shooting clinic by Henning's daughter. She's feeling it. She's got a big smile on her face. She knows how important this night is for her and what it could be for the future of the team.
She was out of bounds, so it stays in now. Henning's out 24 points. Definitely an impressive game for her, Corey.
She's cooking tonight, and I don't know what she had for breakfast or for lunch, but she better keep eating it because you know what, they may need that kind of energy in the tournament. But there's a lot of emotion tonight for the seniors, and well, they're going out with a bang for sure.
Molly Smith checked in from there. It's another player getting off the bench. Under 3 minutes to play. A foul there on Kendall Crick.
Marist foul number 33, Kendall Crick. Her first of the second team foul by Marist.
And even when you're up 21, Coach Georges does not stop coaching. You gotta love the energy, but by the coach who's been here, man, seems like forever.
David's daughter for 3, and she's got it.
82-64,
under 3 minutes to play now. Molly Smith racing to the basket, she's blocked. And Niagara out in the transition into the hands of Moore. Good pass there by Moore in the finish. Niagara cuts to the 16, and a call timeout there by Niagara.
Just a little bit. Marist just looks sloppy, and they think this game is won, and it likely is, but you can't mail it in too early. You got to finish strong and execute.
So I guess we'll stay here. We won't go to break, but 2 minutes to play. Marist is 82-66. Corey, in this game, some things you like and some things they need to improve on before they take on Saturday and back-to-back tournament.
Well, let's start with Niagara. I think their press is something they need to implement more. I think they had some good play. They forced some turnovers, so they gave themselves a chance to come back in the first half. And I think offensively, Niagara needs to keep beating the post when they get out to Albany. Obviously, I don't think Jai Moore is going to struggle as much as he did offensively tonight, but you need to make a concerted effort to get the ball inside. I think the Mariners, they have 82 points. So they're obviously doing something right. I think for Marist, the motion offense is very deadly. Because everyone on defense has a responsibility. And Marist forces a lot of those responsibilities out the window. Great cutting, great screening, great ball movement, and leads to good shots. And defensively, I think Marist is right about the answer for matching teams post-game. They've clogged the paint this whole second half, and that's a big reason why they pulled away 2 minutes away from winning this game.
Henning's out actually career high 24 points on senior night, so it doesn't get much better than that. A win and a career high.
And she's looking for more.
Definitely.
She wants it. She wants it. The shot right now.
And then
there's the screen.
Another one.
Oh, just off. But a great look there, and a great nice little pin down screen by Molly Smith to get Henning's daughter wide open.
Bauman off the bench, no good. Rebound by Oberdorf. Up to Kendall Crick.
Way to pull it out.
Way
to pull it out and settle.
Three for Oberdorf. 5 on the shot clock. Best gets into the lane. Great pass just out of reach for Oberdorf. Out of bounds. Off to Niagara. And 1:14 to go. 82-66 Marist. And Henning's out to get her current call for the third
And an absolutely well-deserved round of applause. What a night for Henning's daughter. 9 of 16, career high 24 points. Oh, what a way to cap her career here in Poughkeepsie, and well deserved, as I said.
Moore for three, no good. Auburn's rebound once again. We're under a minute to play. Marist still leading by 16.
So, Eddie, I have to ask. So you asked me, but what do you think Marist has to do to go up to Albany and punch their ticket to March Madness?
Definitely starts with defense. I mean, the offense is going to come. 82 points tonight. Everyone on the team can shoot the ball, but if they can really lock in and play defense like they did at certain points tonight for a full 40 minutes, they can definitely beat anyone.
I completely agree. And I think this team has the potential. I think earlier in the year, when Moore Fitzpatrick went down, I think they lost a little bit of their identity, and it was a little bit of a transition period for them. But I think now they've really adjusted without her, and I think everyone's really bought into what Coach George has been preaching this whole time. And it helps to have a bunch of depth that they have. I mean, that is going to be really key for them as well going forward.
Marist with a dribble out the clock. And the ref made a 5-second call. We don't see that too much with 6 seconds ago.
I can't believe the ref are even blowing this. The refs are blowing their whistles now with 7 seconds left. You got to be kidding me, right? That's a little bit ridiculous.
And Marist went up with a win, 82-69 on senior night. Finishing the season 21-9. A good season for Marist. They'll head to Albany for the MAC tournament as the 3 seed. So, Corey, final thoughts on the game before we wrap it up.
Listen, Marist knows what it takes to play their best ball. Ball movement, screening, cutting, and then everyone helping out inside. I think they found the winning formula. And it couldn't have come at a perfect time for the conference tournament.
Absolutely agree. Well, thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.